Hey you guys, good afternoon, or good morning, or what have you. Today, we have in foil right here. Yesterday, I did a marinade of garlic salt, onion salt, paprika, salt and pepper, and some syrup. Alright, it sounds bizarre to use syrup, but it it's just sweet and you're gonna have sweet and sour. It's gonna taste sweet and gonna taste sour. I mean spicy and sweet. It's gonna be so good, you guys. And then with it, we're gonna pair it off with the salad. The salad's gonna consist of crumbled bacon, grapes, diced grapes, and then the salad, tomato, and lettuce. Then for that's the second side, first side. The second side is peas and then some peas and some okra. So we're gonna mix it up. We're gonna have a good time cooking, eating, having fun. Um, as the food start cooking, you guys. Now maybe I should have did it, bro. Maybe I should have got online and did it with you yesterday but I was thinking, okay, maybe if I tell you how to do it, it'd be better. But as but hey, it's what you do. Before you put the spices on your meat. You take the syrup. You paint it on your meat. Then you start sprinkling your spices on there. Make sure you cover it, cover it with it. Now then you go ahead and add your spices to it. Wait, because when you cook it, you're gonna start smelling that spice. Because the slab of meat that you use, make sure it fits your pan that you use it. Now, when when it finished cooking, be it finished cooking, it's gonna bust open, but but or uh, it or you probably gonna have to take a fork and tear it apart and stuff. But the meat gonna be so tender, you guys. Gonna be so tender because I left the meat in there for 24 hours to marinate with the seasonings and the sweetness and then the savory, sweet and savory spices that I used. Let it sit for 24 hours. Now, if you don't want to do that, two, an hour, 2 hour or two would be enough for let it sit and marinate. If you're gonna to do it today, hour or two for the marinade, and then stick it in the oven after the 2 hour or two, depending on how you want to do it. Stick it in the oven, let it bake. And when you let it bake, it's gonna bake for the whole hour. It's gonna bake. I say let it cook until it's not until it get a nice and beautiful aroma. Put them out of your oven, and it's gonna smell wonderful. I'm telling you guys, cook it cook it and let. I'm sorry, my mouth watering. Think about the taste and everything. But I'm letting you know, you guys, let it cook through and through and through. But I'm gonna put a little liquid in here so we can have some kind of water in it. But don't fill it all the way up. I say about cover it about half, About halfway up, like quarter inch. Let it cook. Let me do that now. Oh my God, that. Ooh, you guys, the smell is phenomenal. Wait a minute, let me go get some water. You might have some liquid in it. Sure, we're going to be home. We'll be glad to see you. Where are you now? Oh, come on, it does take a couple of minutes from here. I'll tell you what, I'll pick you up, old fella. Are you sure you can make it? All right, we'll see you in a while. Oh, and don't rush now. Sure. Goodbye. Oh, what I got to say? I got some water in here. Come on. He's an old school chum of mine, Princess. I haven't seen him in years. He's a grandfather now. He used to be such a life of the party, too, poor fellow. I guess he wasn't fortunate enough to have such young children as I have. Well, you know, these children growing up, blown away, just to keep his wife left alone. Maybe that's why he turned into an old man before his time. Nothing else to live for. Maybe like you here. Oh, what is when the children are growing, that's the end of the line. I can tell them it's only really better. Rheumatism, hardening of the arteries. Oh, there he is. Come on, honey, we'll be together. Now, with the water's inside it, cover it back up with your I'm going. Sure. Don't you remember me, Jim? You used to call me Crazy Eddie. Usually it would be good to put some onion and stuff in it if you have it. But the seasoning I put in there gonna be suffice as it is what I'm gonna do is go ahead and stick this in the oven. Now, when water is halfway cooked, wait a minute, let me put a little flour in here because I want it thick. Well, from the letter, I thought you'd be older looking, Eddie. Why? Because I'm a grandfather? Shall we do it? Well, I don't feel like a grandfather, Jim. Oh, I did have a touch of rheumatism once, but that's when Gladys and I went ice skating. I fell through the ice and got wet. What do you do to keep looking so fit, Jim? Well, we play badminton, and so we market. Oh, yes, Jim's an excellent badminton player. He didn't play squash too well, I remember. No, I never was very good at that. And tell me, Eddie, what do you do now that the children are grown and married? What do we do? We're living, man. Gladys and I are doing all the things we couldn't do before. We told the kids now, we love you both very much. We'll always be around when you need us. But we're not going to be babysitters. We're free, man. We're having the time of our lives. You see that, Margaret? That's what I've been telling you. Mother won't worry what you do when they went off and got married. You see, honey, you'll be free. Doesn't mean you're old if you're a grandma. You're only as old as you feel, I always say. Of course. You're never old while the heart is young, I always say. I always say, what a difference a day makes. Jim, are you ready? Be right there, honey. Where are you going, Mother? Well, your father and I are going to the Phillips for a while. Look out below! You hurt yourself. Me, Anderson, the ox? What is it? Nothing. You ready, Jim? I'm ready. You better tell them. That's our equipment. We're going over to the Phillips for badminton. Then we're going horseback riding. After that, a little skiing. And if your mother feels up to it, oh, me, John. I told her. Come on, girlie. Let's go, kiddo. So I made a flurry. Okay, put my the same seasonings I did for my now the flurry is made, everything else is ready. Then we'll stick it in the oven now.
Mother, have you ever been in politics? Well, no. All right then. Don't make outlandish suggestions about something you know nothing about. Blue soup. I don't think that's such an outlandish suggestion. I was down at City Hall last week and saw several of the commissioners wearing blue suits. They look rather nice. Father, you don't understand. This is very important. If I was a city clerk or something like that, it'd be different. If you were a city clerk, you would wear like green eye shoes. Hey, maybe you could get transferred. Oh, keep quiet. No one respected around here. Flashing again. Oh, no, you don't, young lady. Just wind up watching for one day. Honey, I'm late now. I got.
Okay. So we have got meat in the oven. Couple hours. Well, the meat is now being cooked without flurry, the thickness of the meat, and then
Certainly not, but they're waiting for me at the country club. Think of the investment. We got those oil drums. All right, how much do they cost you? Got enough. That's about what I paid. But you gotta figure out what our time is worth. All right, you figure it out and tell me what it comes to tonight.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm just thinking about the taste and everything that's going through my mind when that meat is ready. It's in the oven. It's gonna bake. And once it's nice and cooked, and the smell and aroma, you guys prepare for a great piece of meat. When you eat it, it's going to be succulent.
Dad, what bring that tray? Don't bother me now, bud. This looks like the bill for the washing machine. I don't know whether to pay it or sue them for.
Like I was saying, I lost my track of thought. Like I was saying, this is not this. Once that part is done, we'll move on to the sides, but that would be for part 2. Part 1 is done. If you have missed it, you can always come back to it. Well, you can always remind. There'll be a marker for it, like any other videos. But if you missed it, come back and rewatch it. But come back for part 2. Come back for part 2 when God, you guys, you can already smell that meat. Come back for part 2. Then we'll do the sides. Then I'm gonna show you how to crumble the bacon and all that good stuff. Then I'm gonna show you how to layer the salt, layered everything for the salad. So come back for part 2. I love you guys. I'll see you in a couple of hours with me. The meat get ready. I'll see you soon. Stay tuned for part 2.
The only thing for us to do is down to the police department and find out what this is all about. Come on. Wait, Dad.